When you use YouTube as a business owner, you need to ensure every single video that you create drives you leads, course sales, and coaching clients. To do that, you aren't just picking whatever video you feel like creating or whatever topic you feel like doing that week. There is a strategic process that I've been using for the past couple of years, and a process I teach all of my clients inside the YouTube coaching experience, and it's called the YouTube playlist funnel. And I'm gonna show you how every single video I create fits into this funnel, why I structure my content this way, and the key elements that make each video within the playlist do its job, aka send me more leads, more sales, more clients, all on autopilot. Plus stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you exactly how you can get this blueprint to build your very own playlist funnel inside my YouTube coaching experience. I mean, wouldn't you like to have a playlist on your YouTube channel by the beginning of 2025, sending you leads and clients on autopilot? Let me break down exactly what I mean by a YouTube playlist funnel. You see, every single video that I'm filming for my channel isn't a standalone video or an idea from a content pillar. Each video is a piece to a larger funneling system. Meaning when I sit down to plan what video I'm gonna do on my YouTube channel, I'm generally planning a 5-video series every time I plan my content, because I wanna make sure the time I'm putting into these videos pay off, as in make me money in my business. I'm not here to be an influencer or a YouTuber. I'm here to make money in my business. Let me know you're on the same page. Hit that like button so I know you're not here to be a YouTuber and you're here to make more money in your business. So again, if we're looking at a funnel, right? An upside down triangle, so to speak. The very first video in my playlist series is the top of the funnel. Now it is still niche specific to my ready to buy viewer. Now I've talked a lot about ready to buy viewer and why I don't try to create viral videos and why my videos don't get lots of views and why I don't have lots of subscribers, because all of my content is created strategically to send people who will buy from me to this channel, and you can watch more about that reason in this playlist right here. But I want to attract course creators, digital product sellers, and coaches, period. So while I'm thinking about the topic of my playlist, the overall problem the playlist is going to solve for my ready to buy viewer, that first video acts as top of funnel content, sparking interest, explaining why this topic is important, and opening the door to deeper engagement, aka moving further down that funnel. As I mentioned, I'm not just thinking about the promise that I'm gonna deliver in this particular video. I'm thinking about the playlist promise, what they're gonna get if they watch the playlist, and how that first video delivers one piece of that promise. And then I'm mapping out what is the next video they need to watch after video 1 to continue to deliver one piece on the playlist promise, and so on till they get to the bottom of the funnel. And we're gonna talk about, well, what if people don't wanna watch the entire playlist? Fantastic, that's why this playlist funnel works as well. But the main purpose, before we start to get into the nitty-gritty of this playlist, is to get people to watch multiple videos of yours for 2 reasons. First of all, the more they watch of you, the more videos they binge of you, the warmer lead they become. The more they create a relationship with you, the more they trust you, the more you're able to show your authority on the topic. And 2, the more people watch your videos, the more YouTube is going to push your content to more of the right people, the ready to buy viewer. And so instead of having to spend money to get your content pushed, instead of having to create more and more content to get your content pushed, if you do this right, you increase your conversion rates with viewers and you get YouTube to promote your content more for free. All right, so once you know what that first video is gonna be and you plan it, the next essential piece to this video is to think about the call to action of video 1, because you need to anticipate when that viewer watches video 1, what is the question that they're gonna have next? What kind of questions is that going to stir up that viewer will need to watch next? And so you're gonna have a very strong call to action after the end of video 1 to watch video 2. And they're gonna think, holy cow, how did she know that's what I was thinking? I definitely need to watch this second video. Again, if the person hasn't decided in video 1 that you're for them, that they wanna work with you, you need to get them to watch another video to continue to build that relationship with them. And you wanna get more people from video 1 to video 2 so that YouTube pushes more video 1 to people because YouTube says, hey, if people watch this video, they watch another video, and that is what YouTube wants. This is why when I create my content, I'm not just thinking about what video am I going to do next week. I'm thinking about all 5, so I ensure they seamlessly fit into the next one so I can create this binge session. The binge session that I create on YouTube is very strategic and planned ahead of time. So for example, my first video may cover the content, why your content isn't converting or making you sales. Then the second video that I have teed up ready for them to watch talks about how to create your content calendar that will align with your sales goals so you can ensure your content starts converting and you are creating content that will convert. So in this example, the second video now goes into detail on how to create a content calendar and pick content that will deliver on getting you the sales goals that you have set. So you can start to see how we're logically planning how people will binge watch our content without just trying to figure it out after we've created content. Now, before I dive into the key elements every single video needs to have to make this actually work, I want to walk you through real quick what the third and fourth videos usually look like in this process. So as I mentioned, video number 1 is kind of why this matters. Video number 2, you generally want to give something of value, something that they'll leave the video being able to achieve, a quick win. The third video is great to address common myths or common mistakes that they hear about the topic of the particular playlist that you're building and reinforcing why the way you do it works better. The fourth video generally goes into advanced tactics or more case studies showing, again, proof that what you do and what you teach in your system actually works. And the fifth video is a strategic wrap up, almost like a capstone video. And at the end of that video, you're going to pitch how they can work with you, how they can buy from you, where they can, learn more about you. That's how video 5 works. So now that you've heard basically what these videos look like, I'm curious, are you able to see the benefit of this playlist structure and how it's not just for engagement, it's for nurturing and most importantly, converting? Go ahead and comment playlist below so that I know you are seeing how playlist funnels can be a huge game changer for your content strategy. What I do really want to point out before we move into these key elements that your video needs to have is you need to make sure for videos 1 through 4, you have a very strong call to action as to why they need to watch that next video. You need to be anticipating what they need to see next to make this funnel work. Because the magic of this funnel isn't just about creating content. You're guiding potential clients through a well thought out journey that will lead them to your offer. Now, we're finally into the key elements you need to have in every single video. And I wanna really address this because there are so many YouTube gurus or YouTube strategists out there that don't truly understand how YouTube works. Maybe they had a couple videos go viral and they assume that is how YouTube works, but they can't replicate that success again. But they're not telling you that. They're just toting what they think works without solid data and proof. So listen to me loud and clear. When I tell you SEO is not what will make you successful and reach the people you want on YouTube. Having the right keywords and the right tags in all the right places is not what's going to get you views to your videos. There are more important things that you need to think about if you want to make sure when you post your videos, you actually get views on it. And the first key element is the packaging of your video, which is your title and your thumbnail. I've talked about this in many videos in the past, so I will link to one most recently where I dove into click-through rates right here. But basically, if you can't come up with a curiosity-driven, value-promised title and thumbnail, and people click on it, it doesn't matter how great your content is, nobody's gonna watch it. Got it? Now let's talk about the second key piece to your videos, and that is your hook, or the first 10 seconds of your video. If you are not starting your video with a compelling hook that's, again, driving curiosity for why they need to keep watching this, or giving great value, people aren't gonna stay to watch your video. And if you're losing like 50% of people in the first 30 seconds of your video, all of those people that clicked on your video are never going to see your authority, never going to build a relationship with you, never going to hear a call to action to your offers. And the second problem, about not having a strong hook to get people to watch your video is if people don't watch your video, YouTube is not gonna put it in front of people. Because the more people watch your video, the more YouTube can place ads on those videos. And that is what YouTube loves. So if YouTube knows that your video is not getting people to watch, they can't put ads on it, they can't make money on it, don't expect anyone to ever see your videos. This is why it is so important for my clients that I work with to get my eyes on their video game plan. And one of the things that I'm always looking at, in addition to the title and thumbnail and helping them develop a really compelling marketing package for their video, is helping them determine a strong hook as well. That's just one of the benefits my clients in the YouTube coaching experience get. They can submit to me to review their hooks, how they're planning to open their videos, get my feedback, get my insight. I've been doing YouTube for 10 years now. I've been looking at the back end of hundreds of YouTube channels over the course of the last 10 years, and I can see what is and isn't working because I also have access to at least 50 YouTube channels, and the wind is picking up, at least 50 YouTube channels, and the data and the audience retention graphs to see what hooks are actually working. That is the power that I have as a YouTube strategist who is actively in strategies and building strategies for my clients. The next key element, as we keep rolling right along here, is getting engagement on your videos. And guess what? If people thumbs down your video or people make a troll comment, fantastic, because YouTube doesn't distinguish between good or bad engagement. Any engagement means YouTube likes your content because people are engaging with it. So again, with my video game plan structure, I teach how to plan your video and then how the second round through after you've planned it, where you can start to add engagement pieces, because you can't just say like, subscribe, and comment on your video and expect people to do it. That is not going to get you engagement. So please, if you take away anything from this video, stop saying like this video if you found it helpful. You need to give them a purpose. And if you go back to when I asked you to like the video, it was very specific. So video editor Estrella, roll the tape. Let me know you're on the same page. Hit that like button so I know you're not here to be a YouTuber and you're here to make more money in your business. And if you just tell people to comment, what are they commenting? They're not gonna take the time to come up with a comment. So instead, give them a specific comment or to answer a specific question to get that engagement in your comments. You may remember, I said this earlier. Go ahead and comment playlist below so that I know you are seeing how playlist funnels can be a huge game changer for your content strategy. I hope we're clear now on how we're never gonna say like, subscribe, and comment again. Now, if you are interested in getting my video game plan in more detail and training on how I use it, you can grab that. I have that for sale at trenalittle.com/video plan. This also kind of leads me into another key element, and it is those call to actions. And each one of those engagement pieces are a call to action, and you need to be very cautious of how many calls to action you have in your video. So I think if you ask people to like a specific way, you ask people to comment a specific way, that's fine. But where calls to action get too many is if you're telling them to grab your download, get your webinar, get this other download, get this other checklist, oh, work with me here. When you do all of that with no context, people are gonna have no idea what you want them to do, and they're not gonna do anything. It's called decision fatigue. So the main call to action in a video playlist funnel is going to be to watch that next video. So video 1 through 4, at the end of the video, you need to tell them to watch the next video. You can also incorporate micro calls to action where they make sense. So I mentioned a little bit earlier about my video game plan, and why does it make sense to put it there? Because I was telling you how I use my video game plan to plan all my videos. So it makes sense. It's not like a hard call to action. It took me a few seconds to just drop in that you can get my process and where to get it. And that's probably the max amount of calls to action you're gonna have in your videos. And don't worry, you can add any place you want people to go down in your description box. So you can look at my description box. I have links to my Instagram. I have links to my shop. I have links to my Amazon shop of what all I use as camera equipment. So if they're interested and they're liking you and they watch more videos of you, they're gonna be more interested in looking in that description box. So don't think you're gonna miss out on a lead because you're not actively saying it in your video. If you're doing your job, providing value and getting people to binge watch your content, they will figure out how to work with you. Every video you create on YouTube needs to be a piece of a bigger puzzle, because you need to ensure the time you put into these videos pays off because I'm not just doing this for fun. And I want to create content that lives longer, so I'm not having to create multiple pieces of content every single day. I want to take a vacation and still have my content work for me. And when you build these playlist funnels, that's exactly what happens. The overwhelm, the stress of content creation gets alleviated because you're building funnels that are live, that people can enter at any level. I didn't even mention this. You can watch a live that I did recently right here on why the playlist funnel is so powerful and how people can enter your funnel in any place that they want because it's public. All right, and that's another powerful reason. Now, if you want to build your playlist funnel and start to make sure you're building strategic content here on YouTube so that you can make consistent leads and sales every day, take a vacation, stop creating so much content. Seriously, I'm saying you only need to create one video a week here on YouTube to see the results. You can go ahead and join me inside my YouTube coaching experience. You get audits, reviews specifically from me. I will review your titles. I will review your thumbnails. I will review your content and make sure it's set up for the most success possible here on YouTube. I will make sure that the time that you put into YouTube is strategic to get you the views and the sales and the clients that you need to make sure the time you put into YouTube is paying off, that the ROI is there. I also dive into my clients' analytics and read them to them, letting them understand what I'm looking at, why I'm looking at it, what this means, how to improve based on understanding their analytics. If you are frustrated and tired of creating so much content and it's just not working for you and you are so tired of putting money into ads and it's not working for you and you know it's time to go all in with YouTube so that by January 1st, 2025, you could have your playlist funnel working for you when you wake up on a new year doing its job. Well, you can relax after maybe a hangover on New Year's Day. Because the longer you wait to commit to YouTube, the more overwhelmed you're gonna get, the more exhausted you're gonna get, the less sales you're gonna see. So go to trenalittle.com/coaching to get into my coaching experience today and start getting personalized feedback from me within the next 24 hours. The link is on your screen right now.